How did two childhood best friends who used to race together every weekend become absolute bitter racing rivals just in the space of 2 years? Let's find out. Right, so today we are talking about one of the most mental rivalries in Formula One history. Two guys who grew up together, they absolutely liked each other, they were absolute mates, they did sleepovers, they were karting together every weekend, they had almost a family relationship. And then they spent the best part of a decade trying to psychologically destroy each other. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Is it George Russell and Max Verstappen?
It's not. I don't think they had sleepovers.
No, I didn't think they had sleepovers, but they did hate each other, didn't they?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's not them.
Okay, who is it?
It is Lewis Hamilton and my favourite, Nico Rosberg.
Ooh, okay.
So, to understand how bad it got, you need to go back to the beginning. So, we're going rewind to 1997. One of them is Nico Rosberg. He grew up in Monaco. He's the son of a Formula One World Championship. He speaks 5 languages, you can imagine. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pretty little rich boy. And then we have Lewis Hamilton from Stevenage. His dad works 3 jobs to keep him racing, so they look like they've got nothing in common, but they end up on the same karting team. And they just became best mates. They were sharing hotel rooms, they were playing video games, they were absolutely trashing the place. They used to get a lot of complaints because of how noisy they were and how messy they left the hotel rooms. Keke Rosberg, that's Nico's dad, was giving Lewis advice and looking out for him. And so if you were watching those 2 young kids messing around in 1997, you really couldn't have predicted what was happening, what was going to happen. But already back then, Lewis was beating Nico, and maybe that set the scene for things to come.
Well, it's strange you say that. Obviously, there's a few different, racers that grew up together. Obviously, Ocon and Gasly.
Yeah.
They always hated each other.
Yes.
But they grew up together. So it's quite interesting. But because you've got a German and an Englishman as well, you would have thought it would have been 2 of the same. But obviously, they got on really well.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. This is the second bit of the story. So, fast forward to 2013. Mercedes had just bought what is about to be the most dominant car in Formula One history. Mm-hmm. Now, who do they put in it? Their 2 drivers are Nico Rosberg, who's already been at the team for a few years, and Lewis Hamilton, who's now walked away from McLaren, the team that made him, the team he got a world championship with. And on paper, it's absolutely perfect. 2 great drivers.
You've got to feel for Nico, though, because wasn't his previous teammate Michael Schumacher?
Correct, yeah. Michael Schumacher. So he's had 2 unbelievable teammates.
Yeah.
Mercedes are basically rubbing their hands together. What they've actually done is put 2 people who have been quietly competing against each other since they were 13 years old in the same garage and given them the fastest cars on Earth, on the grid, and told them they're free to race each other.
You've got to think, Nico must have thought, okay, Schumacher's going. We've got a good car coming. This is my time. And then Lewis turns up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a strange one. It's it sounds like it should work. They've been racing. They've been karting together.
They're good
friends. Obviously they've been racing against each other before. They're in the same team. So, yeah, what could actually go wrong?
Well, for a while, it's all fine. They're racing, Mercedes are winning everything. It's all relatively civil. And then Monaco 2014 happens. Now, we've spoken about this on another episode on our Monaco top moments about cheating Germans. Up for interpretation. But short story is Nico goes out on his final lap, puts it on pole. Lewis is following, and then Nico locks up. Therefore,
what does lock up mean?
It means you lock the brakes and your tyres skid, and he basically came to a stop, meaning that the session was stopped. So Lewis couldn't finish his flying lap. Therefore, he couldn't go on pole. Therefore, Nico gets on pole.
Just to explain to anybody. So basically, Nico, the 10 minutes of the qualifying, Nico set a time on 5 minutes to go. They've got their last flying lap. Nico Rosberg's on pole. And then just coincidentally, he just decides to lock his tyres up, brake that little bit hard, so he goes off down the bottom before Casino Square and just stops. That's obviously going to bring out a safety car. It's going to prevent, because there's only a minute left, basically stop the race, stop the qualifying, and it means he's going to be on pole.
Yeah.
It was pretty clear, I think.
Well, he says, Nico says in the team debrief that it was just an error of judgment. But yeah, nobody really believes him. Lewis then unfollows him on social media. You can imagine, this is 2014. You get unfollowed.
Whoa, what?
So that's Lewis's way of saying something without saying something. So, they've been best mates and now you're unfollowing them publicly on social media.
They know they're doing it as well, don't they?
Oh, 100%.
They know that people look at this daily to see who's following and who's not following who.
100%. Yeah, so it was a big deal. And it continues. So just a few months later, they're racing at Belgium. Rosberg tries to go around the outside and hits Lewis. Breaks his own front wing. Lewis retires and Toto Wolff is absolutely fuming. Nico does apologise, but Lewis goes straight to the media. He's not being silent anymore. No more silent unfollows. He goes straight to the media and says, Nico did this on purpose. And that is probably the moment that the friendship died.
Fair play. Like that. Rate that. Pretty good. Yeah, I don't think you should be friends with your teammate anyway, so that's pretty good.
The thing about Nico Rosberg that people underestimate is that Nico's really thinking about how he can win here. It's quite obvious that Lewis has got he's got more raw talent. But Nico is doing every single thing he can off track so that he can win on track. So he starts working with a psychologist. This was not common in 2014, so he doesn't tell anyone because it would be perceived as a sign of weakness. He starts meditating. He starts working with a philosopher. He's like really trying to get all of the Zen. What are you thinking? Woke nonsense?
Woke nonsense, that is. Absolutely woke nonsense. Just race, mate.
Well, let me continue. So I do think this is funny. In Nico's own words, he thinks he's way too nice. From what I've seen, I'm not sure I would agree. No. But he says that his natural instinct in a wheel-to-wheel battle is to back off, give the position, keep it clean. But he knows that with Lewis, that is going to cost him the championship. So he starts really consciously working to not do that. And then what else he starts doing is that he just knows that he needs to take every single minuscule little thing. So he, with his helmet, gets rid of all the paint. So it's just a carbon black helmet to save the weight.
So stupid. Yeah.
He also needs to lose weight, but he can't stop training. So what he does is he stops cycling and starts running instead, and so that he can lose more muscle in his legs. And what he does is he loses 1 kilo, which is 0.03 of a second per lap, and that's how much he gets pole by in Suzuka, I believe.
That's insane. I mean, I like a little bit of the rat bastardry of it. I don't know how I feel, because I like the idea, the whole psychological thing.
Yeah.
But also, I just don't like him. So I find it really conflicting.
But isn't it amazing, though? He's going, I know I can't win this on pure pace. I know that in order to do this, I'm going to have to do absolutely everything, all the tiny, minuscule margins that I can make to win this, and it's what got him there.
You might be changing my mind on him.
Come on, Nico. This is why we love Nico. Obviously love Lewis, but Nico's great. I love this. The mental fortitude to do this, to put yourself through it, to be working with a philosopher as well. That's quite rogue.
It is a bit rogue. It's a bit woke, to be honest. But so it comes to 2015 US Grand Prix. Lewis needs to win to seal his 3rd World Championship. Nico's on pole, and on the first lap, Lewis forces him off track at turn 1. Now, takes the lead, wins a race, wins the title. And then they both walk to the cool-down room, and Lewis, I think I can remember this, and Lewis, while they're waiting to go up to the podium, picks up second place cap, Nico's cap, and just launches it in.
It's so funny. Can I do it?
Yeah.
I want to launch it at Frank.
There we go.
Sorry, do you want your hat back?
Nah, it's fine. It's all right. Picks up, lobs it, I remember it. No words. Doesn't even...
Have your hat back.
Pardon? Oh, mate. Get absolutely done it.
Wait, what did that comment say?
Oh, yeah. Getting absolutely done for my airline. Chins.
Sorry.
Right. So basically, he's won the Grand Prix, won the World Championship, and he picks up, I like it, it's arrogant. He picks up the second place, chucks it at Nico Rosberg.
So good.
Nico picks it up, throws it straight back at Lewis's face. No words. Two people have known each other since they were 13.
Absolutely fuming.
Used to play video games together, sit in silence, throwing hats at each other for a World Championship. That's where they were at. They would literally sit in silence.
It's so good.
It's great.
Who
Love
else
it.
was in the cool down room in that? Because I've seen the clip like so many times.
Sebi?
Maybe. If it was Seb, you just know that he'd be laughing in the background, going, "Look at these two idiots throwing hats at each other." It's so petty. It's so immature.
It's great.
It's very like brotherly, isn't it? Like you wouldn't do that to like a normal competitor, would you?
I think it's great. I like that.
I love it.
You don't see enough of that nowadays.
No, you don't. Maybe I want to see George Russell lose it and do that.
I think he could,
Yeah.
100%.
Anyway, so we go to the next year, 2016, and this is where all of Nico's planning is coming together. He comes out of the gates like an absolute missile. He wins 4 of the first races, 4 in a row, and Lewis is 43 points behind before the European season even starts. Then we get to Barcelona. Lewis qualifies on pole, gets a terrible start, drops off behind Nico, tries to come back around him, and they just take each other out. Both Mercedes in the gravel on lap 1, and this allows Max Verstappen in his first race for Red Bull to win the race. So Toto Wolff is understandably fuming and everyone is thinking, this has just gone way too far. Like, how do we get this situation under control? Because these guys hate each other, and we've seen drivers drive into each other before, but in the same team, it's not great.
No, I mean, I remember it. Obviously, Nico come across, Hamilton tried to go up the inside, he got on the grass, didn't he? They just smashed each other out, which was, it was quite a moment, wasn't it? It was quite a moment between them. But obviously after Spain, like, something starts to click for Lewis. He wins Canada, wins in Austria, and that's when Nico doesn't turn in and they collide on the last lap. Lewis wins anyway, wins in France, wins in Britain, wins in Hungary. He's winning everywhere. 6 wins from 7 races. So
crazy.
Fantastic. So the championship completely flips. Lewis goes from 43 points behind, leading the championship by 19 points going to summer break. The thing is, Lewis is just faster. He wins more races than Nico across the whole season, 10 to Nico's 9. But here's the thing about 2016 that gets a bit lost. Nico doesn't need to be faster. Nico just needs to be there. Something I think Max is quite good at.
Yeah.
Just finishing where he needs to be. Every week, second, third, picking up points, not crashing, not breaking down, while Lewis is out there, spectacular. Nico's just being relentless. And relentless, it turns out, is just as dangerous. And just to add to this, Lewis had so many engine failures that year. He had so many. It was just... I think he was so unlucky. This is like the most ridiculous championship ever.
This is Nico's year, in my opinion. I'm here for the Nico Rosberg glory.
Yeah.
So we get to Malaysia. Lewis is leading the race comfortably, and like you said, his engine dies. It blows up just there on the track, and Lewis does not take it well. So this I find quite interesting. Lewis goes back to social media again. Lewis is really loving his social media these days. And he says that his engine blowing up wasn't an accident and that someone doesn't want him to win the championship.
I mean, that's stupid.
It is stupid.
That's ridiculous. Grow up.
I completely agree. Although if you do want to hear about someone deliberately sabotaging some cars, you should check out our other story time on Spygate.
Yes. That is wild. That is.
That is wild. Anyway, Lewis is making stuff up. This wasn't on purpose. His engine just died. So that means that Lewis goes into Japan 23 points behind Nico. And this is where Nico's like summer madness meditation thing really pays off. Lewis is still fuming. He turns up to the press conference in Suzuka on the Thursday, ignoring everyone, doing, this is very of the time, Snapchat dog filter during the press conference.
He's not doing Snapchat dog filters.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
On press day.
Yeah.
Christ
While
almighty,
Nico's just sat there
Lewis.
being like cool as a cucumber, giving proper professional answers, like being amazing. And Lewis is obviously going crazy. Yeah, he actually captioned one of his Snapchats, "This shit is killing me." Lewis then goes out, sets what looks like an unbeatable lap time, but then Nico comes around and beats him by 2/100ths of a second, which is the exact margin of the leg muscle he'd been trying to lose by stopping cycling.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that really
Yeah,
real?
he's just done a massive interview on the High Performance podcast. That's where I've got this
not
from.
Not listening to that.
These are words from Nico's very own mouth.
Yeah.
This is not AI hallucination
Yeah,
research.
I changed from cycling, didn't I? And then beat the Lewis Hamilton. Yeah.
I don't think he sounds like German, but
I
okay.
don't know. Maybe that was Austrian, but
So yeah, Nico wins. The momentum is gone. And Lewis goes into the final 4 races of the season needing to win every single one of them. And he knows it.
So it all comes down to Abu Dhabi. Lewis needs to win and have Nico finish 4th or lower. And before the race has even started, Nico makes his first move of the day. They're walking from the driver's parade to the truck. And Nico just casually strolls to the front, sits himself down on the railings at the front. Lewis' spot.
Yeah, so I love this. So Lewis usually would sit at the front of the truck for the driver's parade with his headphones on and wave to the fans. Yeah, so Nico just does the same thing and just goes and sits there. So then Lewis goes to sit down in his usual spot and Nico's just like, hello.
I like that. I do
love
like
it.
that.
Bring back the shithousery in Formula One, honestly.
I do like that. So obviously sits in his spot. He takes it, like you said, you can wave at the fans. Lewis kind of just hovers there for a second, not knowing what to do, and Nico smirks and then eventually moves. I wouldn't have moved, but it's just a tiny thing. But that's the whole point. It's always been the tiny things. I know Schumacher used to do a lot of this.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories.
What did he do when he locked himself in the toilet so somebody couldn't use the bathroom?
Yeah, so there was like a driver that one of his teammates used to use the bathroom, so he locked himself in the toilet so they couldn't use the bathroom because he always used to go to the bathroom
just before you'd go.
There's something with Germans, drivers and shithousery, isn't there?
I just love it. I love the mind games, and I feel like we don't hear enough about the mind games.
I can't see Nico Hülkenberg doing this though.
No.
Can you not?
No. Well, he's what's he playing for? You know?
Yeah. Fair enough. Then they line up on the grid, and a journalist watching from the pit lane noticed that Nico's foot is shaking so violently on the accelerator he can barely keep it still. Lights out, Lewis leads, and then he does something remarkable. He deliberately slows the race down, backs the entire field up, tries to get Vettel and Verstappen close enough to Nico to threaten them. Mercedes come on the radio. I remember this and tell them to speed up. So he had to basically slow it down so much they caught up, overtook him, so he wouldn't win events.
Toto Wolff must have been absolutely losing his mind during this.
I think it's fair enough. I mean, it's a bit. Verstappen could have done something very similar last year, and he didn't. And I thought, fair enough. I was quite respectful of that. I thought, do you know what? He isn't rat bastard in this. He's actually. But Lewis did. Doesn't make a single mistake in 55 laps. Crosses line in 2nd place, and that's it. Nico Rosberg, Formula 1 world champion. Can't believe I had to say that bit.
Say it again.
No, I didn't. That's it.
Say it again.
No, you heard it.
Nico Rosberg, Formula 1 world champion. So, then this is where something happens that nobody saw coming. After winning the world championship that he spent his whole life working towards, 31 years from being 3 years old in a go-kart, Nico retires. He just says, this is it, I've done it, completed it, mic drop, bye, see you later. Walks away from a $100 million contract at the peak of his career. And when people ask him why, he's really honest about it. He just says that winning the title brought him relief, not joy. And he said that he had to sacrifice his friendship with Lewis, who'd been his best mate forever. Sacrifice the person he wanted to be. He spent years in therapy that he couldn't tell anyone about, deliberately destroyed his body for 100ths of a second. And he'd won. And he said...
By running instead of cycling?
well, I imagine he's also dieting and, you know, doing all of these other bits and pieces. But yeah, he just left and walked away. And I think a lot of people are divided on this. People have thought, oh, you need to defend your championship. I kind of rate it. Like, you've done what you set out to do.
I think he knew he'd never beat him again.
No.
Because there's no way Lewis would have that many engine blow-ups. He'd be able to stop in Monaco when he did. Like, all this
But
sort
it's
of
also,
thing.
I think, like, he obviously did a lot. Like, it took everything out of him.
I also think these top world champions, like your Schumachers, your Lewis Hamiltons, Max Verstappen, like, there's a story about Mika Häkkinen. When Mika Häkkinen, he went on sabbatical, he raced Schumacher for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, right at the top, won a couple of world championships. It broke him so much.
Yeah.
He just, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Because they're so relentless.
Yeah.
And I think Hamilton's the same. I think Verstappen's the same. Schumacher, I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
What I know of, maybe there's older ones that you might know, but...
Yeah, well, I think this is it. I think Nico just
Cross,
thought, I
maybe.
cannot sustain this. I've given absolutely everything to achieve my goal. I've achieved it, and now I'm walking away. But, like, the kind of rivalry is still a little bit ongoing, isn't it? Like, I love Nico on the broadcasts because he always makes some, like, little dig, some little catty comment.
Remember
about
that
Lewis?
year in 2016 when I won the world championship and beat Lewis Hamilton? You're like, come on. I don't know how I feel about it.
Lewis isn't driving very well today.
I always thought he was the worst world champion ever, but I don't think he is
No, he's not.
because he beat Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I can't give him that title. There's a few others I could, but maybe that's for another video.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's definitely for another video. So that is the story of the Brosades breakdown, one of the most iconic rivalries in Formula One history. What do you think? Do you think that Nico absolutely smashed it? He gave everything he could. Do you think he lucked into it like Jack seems to? Let us know in the comments, and let us know if there's any other stories that you want us to to cover in our next Storytime episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Oh, wait a minute, now carry on.